Good morning, students. This is Mrs. Gibson with some information about the final project in Government CP. Now, here's the scenario. You are a member of a group of pioneers who traveled from a distant land to settle in an unknown island in the Pacific. Your first task as one of the new settlers is to create order and organization in your settlement. Your group, as a result, became founders of a new government. In order for this government to take shape, you need to create a constitution or plan that will lay out the structure of your government. So first things first, you are making up a new country. So I shouldn't see the name of a country that already exists. And you are now setting up the government. Many people choose democracy because that is what we are familiar with as citizens of the United States. However, you could create a monarchy or a totalitarian regime. The choice is yours. But no matter what form of government you choose, you must set up a constitution. And this project is divided into 5 parts. You'll submit the preamble in Lesson 3 on Sunday. You'll create your legislative branch and submit that in Lesson 6. Your executive branch is due in Lesson 9. The judicial branch is due in Lesson 11. And then the Bill of Rights is the 5th section, and that's due in Lesson 13 as one file. Then you will put all 5 parts together in one final document with a cover page, and you will also submit that in Lesson 13. So this is the basic overview of the project, and you will find this in all the different sections. There's always reminders about what the project is. Now, let's go over to the preamble section so you can see the requirements there. This is the part that is going to be due on Sunday night. And the preamble sets forth the goals of the Constitution. Now, many of you may have seen the Schoolhouse Rock cartoon with the preamble, and if you know what I'm talking about, the song is probably in your head now. But the preamble is the goals of your new nation. And you can look at the preamble of the United States if you want, and that will open in a new window. I'm not going to go there right now because you can do that. I want you to see what I'm expecting for this project. Now, when you submit, there are several sections you have to have. You need to create a name for your fictitious nation and your constitution. So you could have the Constitution of Harmony Island, the Turtle Peace Republic Constitution. So you need to have those 2 parts. And remember, you are making up the name of a country. And as a note, your country needs to be made up of people, not animals, not imaginary creatures, not aliens. You are creating a constitution for a nation of people. You need to decide the goals of your constitution based on what you would like your new country to achieve in terms of its ideals, dreams, and aspirations. So you'll need to think about what these are going to be and write them out. There should be at least 4. Then you are going to rewrite these goals in the style of a poem. You can follow the style of the United States Constitution's preamble or any other country's preamble, but do not copy them. Remember, that's plagiarism. You are creating your own using an existing one as an example. Your preamble should have at least 4 goals and at least 50 words. Below the preamble, you're going to write a paragraph discussing why you chose those goals as a preamble for your Constitution. You may also describe how they are significant in the creation of your new nation. And when I say paragraph, I expect at least 7 to 10 sentences. Remember, Government CP is a senior level course, and I expect senior level work. Then you will submit your preamble in a document saved in PDF format. You can use any word processing program, but the only type of file that will be accepted is a PDF. If you are having trouble with a PDF and you are using Google Doc, you may submit the link to your Google Doc. So the file you'll submit will have your preamble, the title of your Constitution, and the paragraph. Now, looking at the marking guide, this is how you get full credit. You created a fictitious name for the country and its constitution. You have a preamble with at least 4 goals, and each goal representing the ideals, dreams, and aspirations. You included a paragraph that discussed why the goals were chosen, and you followed the correct conventions in grammar, structure, spelling, capitalization. I expect to see capital letters and periods in the correct space. Now that I've explained it, I want to show you a good example. The example you're going to see is one that was submitted in a previous term. Now, you can see this student named her country, Amity Island, and she called it the Constitution of Amity Island. Then you have the preamble section, and you can see it is the actual preamble, and it's formatted like the U.S. Constitution. So the citizens of Amity Island shall hold living in harmony to the utmost importance in order to refrain from disturbing the civil order of the land and ensure the happiness and well-being of all citizens, and shall do so by abiding by a democratic rule, allowing state and federal governments to have equal powers, abstaining from committing a criminal activity or thus be banished, and follow all laws unless the majority of Amity citizens vote to repeal or amend a law. So her preamble stated the goals, and it was in sort of a poetic format. Then she has her paragraph with the significance, and she has 5 goals. You're only required to have 4, but you can have 5. And so you can see she wrote a well-written paragraph, and it explained the goals of the preamble. Now, I hope this video has helped you come up with what you want to do for your preamble and has answered some questions you may have. If you have any other questions, please contact me so that I can help you achieve the best score possible on this assignment. Have a great afternoon.